Diaz. Guerrero quits a ground ball right at Lindor. Goes to second. First play and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz again gives up a couple of base runners, but gets the job done. And the Mets complete a sweep. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz strikes out 3 in the 9th for his 7th save of the year. The Mets have their 5th shutout victory in their first 27 games. 0-2 to Corbin Carroll. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz locks down the save. Home runs by Alonso and Lindor, and the Mets snatch a 1-run victory in Arizona. 0-2 coming to Joey Bart. Line drive toward the middle. Acuña's got it on a hop. Throw to first. Ball game is over. Edwin Diaz bends but does not break. 3-2 coming. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. 99-mile-an-hour gas upstairs, and Edwin Diaz notches the save, and the Mets even up the series with a 3-2 thriller.
That was the pitch, Ron.
That's right, I was wrong.
So Will Smith draws a walk after a hit by pitch, and the Dodgers have him loaded. 40 RBIs for Hernandez, and he bounced it to first. Alonso throws home for the out. Diaz ahead of him still, the 1-2. Muncy, it's a bouncer up the middle, handled by Lindor, steps on second, throws to first, a double play. Edwin Diaz escapes the 10th inning. The Dodgers don't score, and the Mets will have Lindor leading off the bottom of the 10th.
97 to the corner to get him. Diaz, the first out of what they hope will be 4. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 hitters, 2 Ks for Edwin Diaz. On 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night against the Major League average leader.
2 sliders and then a fastball. And after seeing those sliders, Freddie has to protect. Diaz throws that in a good location. One goes left, that one goes right.
Bouncing ball towards the middle. Acuña's there. And the Mets have tied their series up at a game apiece.
A bid for his 12th of the year. And McMahon foul tips the fastball for strike 3. 3 pitches, sit down. 1 down in the 9th.
Right now, Edwin Diaz is as locked in as he's been since his historic year in 2022.
Struck him out. Went to the fastball on 3-2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Diaz. 2 men down.
He's feeling that fastball, Gary, against the left-handers.
Now the Rockies are down to their final out. Here's Michael Toglia, 0 for 3 tonight.
He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz strikes out the side in the 9th inning. The opposition is now 0 for their last 30.
So the Rockies are down to their final out. Brenton Doyle is the batter.
And now he needs 1 more strike. The ball game is over. Edwin Diaz strikes out 3 in a row after a leadoff single. The Mets sweep a series from the Rockies. Ruiz grounds 1 down to first, handled by Alonso, and the ball game is over. The Mets teeter on the brink in the 9th, but they hang on for their 6th straight win as they sweep the series from the Nationals. Home runs from McNeil and Nimmo. 1-2 from Diaz. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. A magnificent job by the Mets bullpen as they go 6 1/3 scoreless innings in relief of the injured Griffin Canning. 2 out, 2-2 to the pinch hitter Bowers. Runners go. Strike 3 called. Side retired. Diaz looking coming. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz gets a couple of strikeouts to tie Tug McGraw for 3rd on the Mets all-time relievers list. 3-2. Struck him out. Diaz strikes out Stevenson. And the slider in there. And the ball game is over. Ward frozen. Diaz strikes out the side in the 9th. And the Mets come from 4 runs down to...
He got him, and the Mets sweep the
4 series.
8th pitch of the at-bat from Diaz to Marsh, and he struck him out. Got him with a slider, 2 men down.
Diaz just trying to get this game to the 9th time. To the bottom of the 8th.
1-2. Struck him out. Diaz stayed with the slider. He strikes out Marsh and Turner back-to-back.
Phillies 5 runs, 11 hits. The Mets 5 runs and 8 hits.
And Schwarber goes down swinging on high heat. Diaz has faced 3 and fanned 3. One down in the 9th.
That's impressive.
2-2 coming.
Struck him out. 4 batters, 4 strikeouts for Edwin Diaz.
And now Real Muto, who has already struck out 4 times tonight.
He makes contact this time. Alonso ranging wide. His lollipop throw, and Diaz pulls it down and gets the out. 5 up and 5 down with 4 strikeouts for Diaz.
0-2 coming to Dingler.
He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz faces 4, retires 4, and as the Mets get a huge day for Juan Soto with a grand slam and a 2-run triple, and they outscore the Tigers 10-8.
Well, these are one of these games that was going back and forth, but the Mets just continue to score runs and pummel opposition.
Diaz has put himself into a major mess. Noelvi Marte is the batter. Struck him out.
Ball 4.
Went to the slider and strikes out Marte for the first out of the inning.
He struck him out on a slider that didn't break, and it served more as a changeup.
Phillies 1 for 4 tonight. Got him looking. 2 men down.
What is he looking for?
Fastball right down the middle, and Diaz with back-to-back strikeouts now has a chance to seal the deal against Gavin Lux.
That is just hard to believe.
Bases loaded, 2 out.
2-1 to Lux.
And he hits one on the ground, and Acuna gets there to Diaz. He got it! Diaz back from the brink. He covers first base, gets the 4-1 put out. Acuna makes the play, and Diaz gets out of a huge jam in the 9th inning, and the Mets win it 5-4.
Oh, wow.
How exactly did he do that? What a play.
Acuna covering so much ground to his left, and Diaz had the presence of mind to get
0-2 to Abrams.
half swing. He went around, strike 3. And Diaz makes quick work of him. 3 pitches, sit down, 1 out.
3-2.
Got him swinging on the slider. Back-to-back strikeouts for Diaz to start the bottom of the 8th. 2 down.
The pitching of Shohei Ohtani. That's drilled out to left field.
Overcomes Nimmo. He's there. Side retired. Struck him out. After falling behind 3-0, he comes back and strikes out Kelly with a slider. 1 man down in the 9th. Diaz ahead on Bush, 0-2. Strike 3 called. 2 men down. Edwin Diaz working at premium effort. 5 batters, 4 strikeouts. The Cubs are down to their final out. 2-2 coming. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz gets the final 6 outs, ties a career high with 5 strikeouts. The Mets have their biggest comeback victory and their biggest victory of the season as they start the final week with a come-from-behind 9-7 victory over the